was maybe 100 something. What helped me is, I think that was the biggest driver in my growth, is realizing like who is my customer,
Mm-hmm.
like who are they actually, like real names, companies, like and why do they need this product? And from that I realized, okay, so they probably can find me on this channel, and here. They need me because of X, Y, Z. They can pay me because they find that valuable. I just need to find more of them. And from that point, I started to change my copy, my website. Like, for example, my headline, if you see it, it's pretty simple, a screenshot API for developers. And then the second, how do you call it, subheadline, yes? It's
Mm-hmm.
almost pretty simple. It's like, and I started to talk in the language of these people who I know need it, yes? And I started to build features only for them. And writing posts for them, like changing my marketing, my message, and like connecting more to these people. And okay, I saw, and then when I started to grow, like it feels like that was one of the reasons. Like it was
Okay. Okay.
like
No,
the
yeah, it
problem.
makes total sense. The question is how did you do that? How did you find like those customers? Because I can imagine that you have a lot of different customers from
Yes,
different walks
yes,
of
yes,
life with different use cases, right?
yes, yes.
What tell me like technically
Hmm.
how did you do it? Like did you go through your database and saw like how they were using your
Yes,
tool?
exactly,
Did
exactly.
you
Oh,
like
this.
yeah, tell me that these details.
Yes, yes. It didn't happen like in one like moment. I just sat down, yes, and like analyzed everything, and boom, I realized it. No, no. First of all, I had a lot of chat messages, yes, like support. I was talking a lot, and when I had almost every support interaction, I it's my first or second question. I ask, what is your use case, by the way? Yes, like, why do you use my product and how did you find me? I ask it anyway, since I have this analytics, I have this referrer and so on, but I anyway ask people, I want them to tell me the story. And what is your use case? Yes, so this is was one thing. And when I had this 100 customers, actually, I don't want to brag that I have a good memory, yes, but I just remembered all of them. I was spending a lot of time thinking. When I realized I need to understand who is my customer, I was spending a lot of time thinking about them. And yes, actually checking like what is their volume, what is their use case, checking their company website, like in what niche do they work. For example, I noticed that people who do marketing agencies, companies, and so on, they tend to use my product more than people, let's say, who work in the law space. Yes, who like lawyers and
Right.
some kind of this stuff. Yes, I still have this kind of customers for some use cases, but I noticed that also these customers in this space of marketing, for example, they paid me like they didn't care almost about money in some
Right.
sense. So yeah,
So
so
your
they
product is in a way more valuable to the to customers in the marketing space than in the law making space or
yes,
in the
yes,
law
probably
space.
yes, and yes, and there is probably more demand. Like I didn't know. It's still for me kind of a mystery to realize how this economic machine works and why there is in some niche there is a lot of demand and some less.
Yeah.
But yes, yes, but for this use case of marketing, so I realized okay, they can pay me. They're happy also to work with me. I enjoy working with them. And then I realized, okay, so I can write a little bit about that. I added use cases on my website. You can see there is in the footer there is use cases, and you can see I don't know, there are probably 6 use cases related to marketing. Then I started to write blog posts. Then I also started to write customer stories. Like I was asking my customers from this niche
Yeah.
to tell
Like
their
case
story.
studies.
Yes, yes,
Hmm.
yes, like case studies. Yes, I don't want to call it case study because it was like it's a little bit of junior work, not that high quality story, with all these
Right.
numbers.
Right.
I just
Yeah.
recently realized I need to take numbers, like all metrics, and say like with my solution you raised your revenue and so on for by 20%. Yes, but it was just stories. How do you use my product?
Okay.
How does it help you and so on? So yeah. So
Okay.
it was actually basically I would say it was analyzing my customer base and realizing who is my perfect ICP, ideal customer profile. And by that I mean somebody who is willing to pay, who see my product as like who can get a lot of value from it. I enjoy also working with them because some niches, for example, I don't know, some niches I might not like to work with this, and
Right.
some people like you can like there is a lot of different people in different niches. And
Yeah.
I try to work with everybody, but I prefer, let's say, marketing, yes, and
Yeah. Some you prefer more the others. It makes a lot of sense. Now, my question is, how do you after identifying that ICP,
yes,
okay,
yes.
you try to identify where they hang out, like how you could reach to them, right? Like,
Yes,
so
yes,
how
yes.
is
Like
that process? Like, how does one do that?
yes, yes. For me, it was like a lot of time I spent on like okay, this kind of customer. Like let's say like a real example, a small company, some
Mm-hmm.
agency who is automating, let's say some Google Ads, something like that. They need screenshots for some reason, let's say, and they have one or two developers in their company, yes, and they could spend this time on developing their screenshot API, or they can just Google for some solutions, find something, yes.
Okay.
So that was how I like reverse engineered. But I also had Google traffic. I saw that people coming from me from Google, from
Right.
specific posts.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized, okay, so I will see that there will be some developers searching for my product, and they probably work in this kind of companies, so I could write my copy and text in the way that